It's our third King of the Mountain qualifier. Who will advance to Slammiversary to face Mick Foley? And as you can see, the cage roof loaded with weapons lowered into place on top of the 6 sides of steel. Who will join Jeff Jarrett and AJ Styles as challengers in Detroit? Will it be Kevin Nash or will it be Samoa Joe?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a King of the Mountain qualifying match to be held under lethal lockdown rules. Introducing first, representing the main event mafia from Detroit, Michigan, Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
Became pretty obvious during his interview tonight that Kevin Nash is torn when it comes to this match. Does he want a shot at the TNA World's title at Slammiversary that goes to the winner? Absolutely and without question. But does Kevin Nash want to get into a steel cage filled with weapons against Samoa Joe, knowing that he's on Joe's main event Mafia hit list? Well, maybe not so much.
His opponent from the Nation of Violence, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
And when it comes to Samoa Joe, when it comes to the Nation of Violence,
where is Samoa Joe? Where is he? This has gotten weird.
Joe looks like he's talking to somebody just outside the door. I think that could be that mystery advisor that we've been hearing about.
Has to be.
Well, there may be confusion when it comes to exactly who has been advising Samoa Joe, but I can tell you there's absolutely no confusion when it comes to Samoa Joe's intentions. He went public with a main event Mafia hit list that includes Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, Booker T, and Kurt Angle. And thanks to Mick Foley, the Nation of Violence gets Nash tonight in the King of the Mountain qualifier, and he has Steiner and Booker on deck next week in a First Blood match right here on Impact.
I mean, Joe's words always tell the story when he talks. I've been told, I've been advised, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because of somebody. The bottom line is whoever it is, the fact that they got that kind of control on somebody as violent as Samoa Joe is scary in itself. But you can see right now, just look at the body language. Joe coming out, the aggressor, and Kevin Nash doing what he can to block this onslaught.
Oh, and that kendo stick shot first to the leg, and then to the back of Kevin Nash, and Nash answers right back with the shot of his own, and Joe's right on him again with the stick.
I mean, these guys are beating the hell out of each other. Look at this. Each shot you can just feel.
And you will recall, Don, it was Samoa Joe who said that he had received his orders to eliminate and take out the main event Mafia, starting with Kevin Nash, and we know he has his sights set on Booker and Scott Steiner next week, and then eventually Kurt Angle, and Nash using the kendo stick, just throttling him in the corner, and it right against his windpipe, and now driving it right into his midsection.
Well, Kevin Nash trying to turn this thing around, and bottom line is you're just going to have to just give it as hard as you can. You know there's going to be pain. You know there's going to be blood in a matchup like this. I mean, just think of all the weapons that can be used. You just got to somehow put it out of your mind and just stay on the offensive like Big Sexy's doing.
Series of elbow shots in the corner. Wow. The brutality, the physicality that we have seen in this match has been off the charts, and there's more to come. Nash, Joe, more of the qualifier when we return to Impact. And we are back on Impact. What a shot that was by Samoa Joe. This is the King of the Mountain qualifying match. Kevin Nash versus Samoa Joe. Lethal lockdown rules in the 6 sides of steel, and we're about to find out who advances, who goes on to the world title match, the King of the Mountain match at Slammiversary. And I got to tell you, up to this point, Samoa Joe, the Nation of Violence, has been ultra impressive.
Oh, he's got the train rolling. That look in Kevin's eyes. Look at his back. Look at his back. You can see where the kendo stick and that detour sign. You can't blame Kevin Nash for the low blow there, buddy. It's just survival. You do what you got to do to turn this around. There are no rules when it's lethal lockdown. I mean, let's be honest. But Samoa Joe, it's amazing. Just the momentum that he has right now.
Nash takes the trash can lid and just cracked Joe right over the head with that, and Nash really needed to get this thing turning around. You saw those welts, the bruises on his back, courtesy of Samoa Joe. And this is what Kevin Nash needs to turn this match in his favor. Another shot to the head.
That's 20-plus years of experience there. You just can't be intimidated by Joe. And look at him going for the pin. He's so close to going to the King of the Mountain as Joe fights out a second time and a third.
And that's really the key, that fighting power of Samoa Joe, the nation of violence that he represents, as Joe was able to kick out and then fight back with a shot just like that to the head of Nash.
The thing about Samoa Joe is you just almost got to kill him to stop him. I mean, that's just what he's all about right now. He's just so focused on his task at hand. He said he would start with Nash. Next week, we know he's going to get a shot at Booker and Steiner no matter what happens here. I mean, the guy, Mick Foley's giving him his opportunity to do what he says.
Now, Samoa Joe is focused, and he's just been so damn violent as of late, but that's a shot by Nash to try and answer back and get this match at least turned in his favor a little bit.
I mean, give Kevin Nash credit. This guy's been a warrior in here. He's not intimidated by Joe. He's been able to stop these onslaughts that Joe brings at him, and now Nash looks like he's getting control of this matchup. Amazing.
It's exactly what he's done as Joe shot off, missed with the kendo stick, and then Joe answers back with the perfectly placed boot. The kick caught him, and then the senton, the splash, the 300 pounds, and then the knee drop. Here we go. Here's two only.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Nash swung that kendo stick with everything he had, hoping to get the kill shot, hoping to stop Joe. And by missing him, Joe able to come off those ropes and hit him with that knee. And then from this point on, Joe taking over. Look at him. Look at the pain in Kevin's face. As you can just see, he's losing air, losing oxygen.
Yeah, rear naked choke applied by Samoa Joe. Wear down process continues here against Kevin Nash. And what we are seeing is Samoa Joe, he's imposing his game. He's imposing his will, exploiting both the submission style, the physical advantage that he has. And he just drops Kevin Nash down.
Well, he could have finished him there. There's no doubt about it. He could have either made Kevin Nash pass out or tap out, but the bottom line was he wanted to inflict more pain. He wanted to inflict more damage. You see him grab the hockey stick as Kevin Nash just trying to get to his feet. Oh, what a shot!
And that pain,
holy
that
crap.
damage and that punishment exemplified right there as he breaks the hockey stick over Nash. Lateral press, 2 and 3.
Thank God.
Here is your winner, Samoa Joe.
Look at that look.
And he says 1 down, 3 to go. Thinking of the main event Mafia hit list. It started with Nash tonight. He's got Booker T and Scott Steiner next week on Impact in First Blood matches. Samoa Joe moves on to Slammiversary, one of the challengers for Mick Foley's TNA World Heavyweight title in Detroit.
It is done.